Another round. I'm actually fine with this hand on the draw. Might be wrong, but I'm a little new with this deck, and when I'm just starting out with a deck, I like to keep a wider range of hands. Let's just see how well they work out. If I had not had multiple creatures to cast, I would not have kept this hand. So, nut draw right now is Darksteel Citadel. Island would also be fine. Yeah, we got our island. So that is just fine. Want to draw another island, or Darksteel Citadel sells the nut. But any land, so we can Hour of Need one of our 1 power guys into a 4 power guy. If not, hopefully we can get in a couple more bits of damage. Looks like that is the case. Looks like we are not going to get a land, but we are going to get another one too. So that's exciting. If we draw Thassa, we're only 1 point away. Oh, what is this now? Boon Satyr. Touche, bro. Well, sometimes your unplayable limited Triton Shore Thief walks into a Boon Satyr and constructed, and there's just not much you can do about it. Still just really hoping for land here. Taking 4. Still a very high manageable life total. Sweet. I'm just going to attack with the Siren. Maybe I should cast Hour of Need this turn, so I don't get countered in some crazy way. Just gonna do that. Sometimes you just gotta be not greedy. Holding on to it seems mostly pointless. We gotta block in against Boon Satyr, but I'd much rather just have the 4/4. So next turn, Ornithopter's a great draw. More land's fine. Tormod's Crypt's fine. Darksteel Citadel's great. Wouldn't hate Master of Waves as long as I know more land's on the way. Not interested in blocking at all here. I'll go to 12. Ain't even mad, bro. Island's okay. Interested in just swinging in again, seeing what happens. It's a bit of a race now. Fortunately, my opponent is 1 turn ahead. I think I'm going to need to do this. Now I've at least got a decent blocker. Any 1-drop. Next turn's great. Any 1-drop or Darksteel Citadel. Or 0-drop, obviously. Be perfectly happy drawing an Ornithopter. Alright, look at this attack. How exciting. If I block there, I take 7, which is okay. Opponent might have something. Nope, just wants to deal lots of damage. That seems perfectly reasonable. Okay, life total is now arguably unmanageable. So next turn I'm taking 3 for sure. I can't afford to attack. And this Thassa's rebuff does nothing. Definitely back up against the wall right now. Kinda sucks that we are stuck with 3 useless cards in our hand, but them's breaks. See what our opponent attacks with this turn. Might just come in with the Boon Satyr now. Maybe, maybe not. Looks like what's happening. So it looks like we're just gonna trade here. So we're still in it. Certainly not dead. A lot of live draws. Alright, so my opponent has cast Kiora, which is pretty spicy. He's turning off my Sphinx, which is fine. Master of Waves is an interesting draw. Not anything too special. Better than some other cards would be, certainly. Obviously no point in attacking. So this Chasm Scholar definitely presents a problem. Really still just have a million draws I'd be interested in. Oh, Kioran's Skuller is pretty hot. My opponent attacks with it. I think I just have to block. If I attack with it, I definitely have to block, and I'm not going to be able to kill it. So this is definitely some hideous Chasm Scholar action here. Idle on Chasm Scholar is pretty hot. Alright, so it looks like our opponent's swinging him with everything. Definitely blocking that. Definitely blocking that. And I'll just block everything. Why not? Yeah, and I would really love a Darksteel Citadel as it can block the Chasm without actually dying. And without killing the Chasm. So I also wouldn't be able to survive that. So we're in a pretty rough position here. Draw a Master of Waves that keeps us alive, I guess. And we get to kill Kiora, which I'm very interested in doing. We're going to play Master. We can block the Scholar and an Eidolon. If he attacks, we'll go to 3. Really just in trying to keep up mode here. So we can draw something that can advance us a little further. Hour of Need actually wouldn't be bad. Would turn off this Chasm Scholar. We'd have to deal with a 4/4, but minor details. Opponent still has a lot of cards in hand too, and a lot of life. Definitely do not love the position we're in right now. Opponent's thinking about the Elvish Mystic, as am I. I don't know how interested I am in blocking it. Apparently he's not interested in attacking with it, so that's perfect. Rising Chimera is definitely a pain in the butt. Oh my god. This guy's deck's actually pretty cool. Triton Tactics. That actually save us. He attacks with 2 guys. I can Triton Tactics Master of Waves and Sphinx. Then block Master on Scholar. Doesn't untap. Kill the Chimera. And I go to 3. Then I've got a Sphinx. And he doesn't have much. My other option is cast it now. And then cast an Angel, which also isn't awful. Fortunately, Triton Tactics doesn't make it so their guys stay tapped down if they block mine. So I think getting the Angel technically puts me ahead. And I may as well attack. Hopefully my opponent falls for it. Doesn't look like he's... Oh, he does. He falls for it. Well, that ended up perfect. Now he's down a guy. I get to play an Angel. Master of Waves blocks Scholar next turn. If I draw the right cards, I can get back in this game. Now we got lots of 4/4s for days. I mean, my opponent still has too many cards in hand that the odds of me being able to win this are pretty low. But we've got a chance now. We're definitely going to throw our worst creature under the bus here, which is definitely Master of Waves. And hopefully our opponent doesn't have much else to do, though that seems unlikely. Darksteel Citadel still feels like our best draw. Whoa, Nelly. Whelming Wave. I see no reason why my opponent did that. Although we are in a pickle. Yeah, I don't understand why he wouldn't have just kept his 10 down there. Maybe he was afraid of something we don't actually have. And it will not matter because I can't cast any of the spells in my hand. Sideboarding on the play, I like becoming a aggro control deck for sure. We're basically bringing in all the counter spells. Go down at least one Bell Strike here. Cut a Tormod's Crypt. Asa, cut an Angel, cut a Master. Yeah, just cut all the Bell Strikes. And Triton Tactics, and we go with this. Okay, so that game took a while. This hand on the play is okay. It's good enough to keep. Definitely want to draw a Darksteel Citadel, just like last game. We've got a stroke for Kiora or Eidolon. So that'll be good. Not the card I wanted, but still a good card. Oh, he played his own Siren. I don't think trading is very good for me. I'm just going to play a Shore Thief past the turn. Figures he would basically play the one card that would make Shore Thief here better. Opponent obviously wants to stay back and trade. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to pass the turn. Counter whatever he tries to do. Probably going to counter anything Quickling, eh? Yeah, I think I'll just counter that. Do not want a flyer that is bigger than my flyers. Not about that game. So if I draw a Darksteel Citadel, I'm definitely going to do that with Strike Backup. If I draw an island, I'm just going to play Master of Waves, I think. Well, this isn't bad. Means when our Master Waves does get played, it gets to be even better. Countering the crap out of that. Do not want my opponent drawing cards. Land. Oh boy. Okay, so now this begs the question which one to play. I'm going to start off with Insul Artifact just because it makes Devotion better. Allows us to bluff a counterspell. Actually, it doesn't. If we play it like that. Yeah, I'm actually going to tap this because if we were holding a counterspell, wouldn't be able to tap the Citadel for mana to play it because it's now a creature that just came into play. So now it looks like we're extra bluffing, and the odds of it mattering are pretty low. Master of Waves looks to be quite strong next turn. Hoping to just draw another land so I can attack with Darksteel Citadel as well, but we'll play the Master over attacking, I do think. Exactly what we wanted. So that thing that bounces all non-Krakens or whatever it is would definitely wreck us pretty hard right now. But other than that, tough to see us losing here. Oh, that's what he had. That is too bad. Surprised he'd play the Siren. I thought he'd just keep it to draw a card off of it. Wondering if I should keep it to steal a creature. It's actually the worst idea. Gonna get my devotion up. I'll wait till next turn to play Master of Waves. Yeah, I'm gonna bank the Siren here. Seems like using it to steal something would be a pretty big blowout. That's an excellent draw. So hopefully he plays something that's really great to counter, and then I get to steal something next turn, maybe? If he plays something that's great to steal, I'm not gonna cross my fingers and hope I draw a land. Opponent swings in, why not? Opponent doing nothing with his 7 cards. I'm not gonna get greedy and try and take stuff here. Gonna play this nice and slow. Yeah, we are definitely countering that. That would explain my opponent didn't do anything. If my opponent once again doesn't do anything, I'm assuming that the same card is coming. I feel like that card wrecks a lot of the decks that I play. Maybe it's a good card. Someone forgot to tell me. I think I'm just going to try and steal his Eidolon here. Gives me a 3/3 flyer, takes away his card advantage. Looks like he's got a counterspell though. That is fine. My opponent is doing lots of trading. Opponent may be playing another Eidolon, which would be unfortunate. Be a lot of card advantage. Rufix. This could get very interesting very fast. Gonna attack. If my opponent wants to trade, or I could misclick and not attack. That's a way to go too. Where I clicked on the card, but oh well. My opponent is delving. Basic rule of Magic is if you cast a blue delve spell, you win the game. I feel like that seems to be the case. Hopefully he taps out for something. Opponent possibly not casting anything, which can't be good for me. That's a pretty spicy one, maybe. Gonna attack. I'm assuming he's not going to block. I could be playing Horizon Chimera. In which case, I get 2 4/4s. There's an interesting one. My opponent appears to be playing a True Enchantress deck here. I can definitely get on board with that. My kind of deck. Opponent is deciding to block. It's called the bluff. Opponent had no counters, and even if he did, we've got a rebuff. I could have dealt with it. So we could still have this game. Opponent playing Quickling. I'm just gonna rebuff this. I have 0 devotion. Maybe my opponent will choose 0. That doesn't work as well online. I've definitely condescended for 0. Decent number of spells. Alright, so my opponent now has 10 cards in his hand. I expect that to increase. Even if my opponent has absolutely nothing, he can still survive an extra turn. Whelming Wave. That is unfortunate. Hypnotic Siren. Oh, that's right, I get to draw 2 cards. Ooh, a land. I'm gonna take this Kiora's Follower. Might as well get my opponent while he's tapped out, and having a 3/3 flyer is not bad. Also lowers his devotion to blue and green, so Crufix won't turn on. With the follower's devotion is... he's only 1 off. Opponent's stubbornly gaining some life, making my life more miserable. Not the sickest of draws, but we get another one. Ooh, that's actually very good. And we are swinging in. Horizon Chimera. I will counter that. Opponent may have negate, another dissolve. Well, it's fine. They trade, I get a 1/1. Could be much worse. So not playing the Ornithopter in case I draw Illusory Angel. Could bite me if I draw an Install Artifact and I don't get to attack with it, but if I do draw it, then it's only a turn I'm missing, and if I draw the Angel after playing the Ornithopter, who knows how many turns I have to wait till I can play it again. My opponent is dirtling pretty hard here. Probably another treasure cruise. Oh yeah. So he's cast 2 delve spells now. So that means he should double win. On the previous law stated. 10 cards in hand. I mean, realistically speaking, there's no way that my opponent should lose this game, but he does only have 5 minutes left. And I am at 19. He does have a Thassa. I've got a Dissolve that is 1 turn far too late. Opponent gets to kill us in 3 swings at this rate. He actually almost has Crewfix Devotion as well. I basically have to dissolve anything he casts. Opponent dealing with a lot of draw triggers here. Oh, this is a 2-swing kill, not a 3-swing. Yep, just gonna dissolve that. That will not save me, so I'm gonna bottom it. Another Hypnotic Siren would be the ideal draw here for sure. I may just block. At this point, the only way to win is timing my opponent out. I don't want to win that way, but if I have to, I'll do it. Really surprised my opponent doesn't have anything worse casting in his hand. Well, that's not great. That is even worse. Okay, so we're unable to keep up with our Enchantress opponent. If we're going to lose something, I was glad it was this, because it's a really sweet deck. The blue deck is definitely fun. It's interesting. I like certain aspects about it. I love that you get to play a bunch of counter spells in an aggressive deck. Might retool it so it's playing more main deck, since that is my favorite part about it. But I like it. I'm going to keep playing with it. I think it's competitive. Thanks for coming, guys. I'll see you next time.